Hi everyone, welcome back. I am coming at you today with my first project for Kitaholic Kits for the month of November. And I'm doing this double page project life layout for you. And I decided to do a double page because I just loved the papers we got in the kit this month, and I really wanted to show them off. I actually did 6 layouts all up using this kit, and 2 of those will be exclusives, but 4 of them will be obviously the projects that I will be sharing on my channel and on the Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel. So I'm starting off here with my title card. I loved that silver foiled paper with the flowers, and so I thought it would be fun to fussy cut those flowers and leaf sprigs to have a bit of a metallic design element on my title card and another card here as well. So I stuck all of those down to make it look like a field of flowers. And then this alpha I got from the Kitaholic Kits shop. It wasn't part of the kit, but the colors worked so well with this kit that I decided I wanted to use it to spell out week 29, which is what this week is documenting. Or was it 39? No, it's 29. Is it 39? We will find out. So I'm just sticking those down. I'm pretty sure they're pink fresh from memory, and I really love them. Week 39. Haha, there we go. So I'm sticking that all down, and now I just need to find a spot to put my date. So I'm just taking this little skinny label that I have in my stash, and I'm just sticking that right above the 39, and I'm going to add my date with my new date stamp. I got a little itty bitty date stamp, which is a bit smaller than the one I have been using previously. And so I'm putting down my dates there, and I wanted to put a little element between the 2 dates, but I couldn't find a puffy sticker on that sheet that was small enough. So I went into the, what's that called? Sticker roll that we got in the kit, and I'm taking that little flower sticker, adding a tiny little dash border as well, and then this card will be pretty much done, except down the track I do go in and I add some little glitter dots or glitter stars and some confetti or sprinkles as well. So now moving on and working on my cards. I knew I wanted to have a very scrappy approach to these cards. So you'll see that 3 of them I am turning into essentially mini layouts, where I use those tags that we got in the kit as the base, and then I'm going to add some other elements on top of those tags and underneath them to create these little layout style things. Now these labels that I'm using are from my stash, from my October daily stash, and they were just sitting on my desk, so I thought perfect to use them. That little hello piece was from the die cut book or sheets that we got. I've never seen die cuts that came in like a sort of like a pack of sheets where you have to kind of punch them out yourself, and it's a nice way to do with them because you can see all of the die cuts in one, and you don't have to sort of shuffle through as you do when you get like a die cut pack, which I liked. On all of these little labels I'm going to add just a little vellum piece that's going to just provide more texture and add to that layering effect that I'm going for. So I'm sticking that down, and then I'm going to add a label. I knew on this card and on the one I'm doing next I wanted to do some journaling, and then on the card I do on the opposite side, my journaling is actually going to go on a different card, and so that one is just going to be decorative. So adding some, so we got these plastic, I think they're bow bunny flowers, and they're great for like shaker pockets, but they really take a long time to actually stick down if you just stick them down using the glue that I did. I think it's, I don't know what glue that is, sorry, but I would use like a really super tacky glue to do this because I had to hold it down quite a bit. I added 3 of those, and I'm going to add some sprinkly stars, and then the last thing I'm going to do is add some twine to this particular tag as well, and I'm going to in all of them, I'm going to kind of have the top of the twine loop down rather than have it sticking out on the top. This is something that I saw a few people do during Scraptember, and I really like the look of it. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about this week while I move on to my second card there, which is a very similar process. This was the first week of our school holidays here in Australia, and both Justin and I took the week off work because it'll be our last holiday with just the three of us before Bubba comes, because she's coming in the next school holidays, or at the beginning of the next school holidays. So we really wanted to make it special for Emila. And it was really nice that we both got to take the time off. We had a really wonderful week of crafting and of playing, and we built some furniture for baby's room and started sorting through all of her clothes, which is in some of the photos. The photo of Justin building the cabinet and Emma getting really excited to help. And then I've got a photo of all of her clothes that I pulled out of boxes. And so we did a lot of playing and just spending quality time together, which was really, really, really good. It was really nice to do that. Now, in saying that, we had a lot of photos this week, and what that means is that I'm actually going to have an insert between these two pages. So in my album, these won't be next to each other. These will both be next to a 9x12 layout. Those layouts will be Kitaholic Kits subbies exclusives that I will share in the subby group. But I'm just saying that here because it is a very busy layout. And I know that, but it is also toned down by the fact that they're not going to be next to each other. Generally, what I would like to do is, from an aesthetic point of view, I know that it looks better to not have as many photos of people and to have some photos of objects scattered between all of these photos of the people. It is more appealing to the eye, but when it comes to Project Life, this is kind of our family memory album. This is my main memory keeping that I do on a yearly basis. And so when I have a choice to make, when I have a lot of photos, and I have a choice to make between choosing photos of people or moments versus choosing photos of objects, I generally opt to go for the people instead, because they're the ones that I feel like the story is more important, and they're the photos that we're going to appreciate more in the years to come. So for me, whilst I like the aesthetic and the look of having a nice fancy photo of my coffee or the book that I'm reading, and I do like those stories as well, I know that in, say, 50 years time, when I look at these albums, will I live then? I don't know. But in a long time, when I look at these albums, I'm going to look at the photos of people instead. And that's what I'm going to appreciate. So all of that to say that, yes, I know this is a very busy layout, but I do break it up with some other layouts which are more paper heavy in between. Now, I have kind of talked all the way through those last two tags, but this is my little filler tag. I had that little Hello Puffy sticker on it before, but honestly, I was not a fan of how that looked. It was just not the right color, and so I changed it with this little XO, and I much prefer how this looks. Now, moving on to my little journaling area down the bottom here, and this is the journaling that I want to talk about us building furniture and getting ready for baby. And I am just mounting that on some vellum just to tie it in to the other three cards that I've done so far. Sticking that down, this is going to be very simple, adding some more of those little leafy, fussy cut, flowery sprigs, adding a few little glittery stars, and then this card is going to be done. So I'm keeping this one quite simple. I am actually not going to do much embellishing on my photos. I'm really only going to embellish on 3 of them because, like I said, this was so busy to me, and even to the eye while I'm sitting there, I was like, oh yeah, this is very busy. I should tone it down. So I am going to focus more on embellishing the cards, and then I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to switch the photos around. I felt like they didn't really flow as well as I wanted them to in my mind's eye, and so you'll see next time I will let you know. I will point out to which photos I'm going to switch around. propping up that little flower cluster just on some thin chipboard just to give it a bit of dimension, and that card will be done. So this here is when I'm going to turn the camera off and switch the cards around. It meant that that clothes card that I have is going down the bottom next to the label card, and I thought that looked a bit better than having it next to the busier XO card towards the top. What I wanted to do with that card is bring that same alpha from Pink Fresh in, and I just want to write almost here, but I wanted to tone it down a little bit, so I'm adding some vellum. Oh, my apologies. I'm adding some vellum using some vellum tape, and then I'm going to add almost here over the top of that vellum, just to make the back. It's going to push the background back and bring forward the alphas that I'm putting down. This layout is almost done. It's been a bit longer than my normal Project Life layouts, but because I usually only do one side of the spread, and then the other side's usually the subbies exclusive, but this particular week was so busy I have a lot of spreads to do, so it just happened to work out like that. This is the only other card that I needed to add some journaling because it was its own contained story, and it was just about Emma climbing up a giant tree and then getting stuck, which was a good photo opportunity for me because she looks really kind of cute in that big tree, but it wasn't not a great time for her, but Daddy came to the rescue and got her down pretty quickly after I asked her if she could just wait a second for me to take a photo. And with that, I am done with the spread. I'm going to do my journaling, which is going to be, I always line my little labels and my cards so that my journaling looks a bit neater. And with that done, I don't know what's going to be left in the rest of this layout. I think that's pretty much it. I have added my dates and yeah. Sorry, I've got a cold at the moment and there's just nothing I can do to stop coughing. So that's unfortunate, but it happens. So finishing up my journaling here, and then the layout is going to be complete. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I really appreciate you coming and watching my little videos on the internet, and I'll be back next week with some more scrappy goodness. Bye.